Welcome to the Third Friend Podcast with Darren and Michael.
I'm Michael, he's Derrian, and together...
We're the Third Friend Podcast.
I was going to say we're Derrian and Michael.
Oh, true.
Do you know who Jedward are?
No.
They were on X Factor, like 2009 or something.
X Factor UK?
Yeah, but it's just called X Factor. It's not called X Factor UK.
It's just called X Factor here.
But it's Britain's Got Talent and then it's America's Got Talent.
Exactly.
But, I mean, they're all Simon Cowell products. But anyway, Jedward came on stage and they said, I'm John and Edward, and together we're John and Edward.
They could have easily said Jedward.
I know. That's what their band name was. They look like the Da Vinci twins, if you know who they are.
Oh, God. They look like little troll dolls.
Yeah, they have the same hair.
Oh, dude. I think modern day Da Vinci now is the Island Boys.
Yeah, but have you seen the Da Vinci guys have come out again against the Island Boys?
Dude,
in their videos are like, the difference between us and the Island Boys is we don't kiss each other. Huh?
Yeah, dude, it's so wild how the Da Vinci brothers, they were like,
Da Vinci?
I don't know. At first they started off really cringy, but now they're like self-aware.
Yeah.
So it's like funny.
Yeah.
It's like actually like tastefully funny. I respect them, but
Yeah.
don't respect the Island Boys.
No Island Boys here, thank you.
But yeah, how you been, Michael? How you been this week?
Not bad. Obviously back to work on Monday as I work my lovely Monday to Friday. I've injured my shoulder again, but I don't think it's as bad as before.
Doing what? Doing what?
I don't know. I woke up yesterday. It hurt.
Do you sleep on your side?
Yeah, 100%. But I think that might have exacerbated it. I did my workout anyway. It was, chest and triceps. I did that. It felt okay, and then it was a bit inflamed this morning. But again, it's not as bad as last time, so I should be back there soon. What about yourself? How was your week?
I've been doing all right. Work is getting busy, so I'm gonna start working on some weekends here. But hey, man, that's the state of Vegas. Tourism is really impactful on my job. So yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody that works in Vegas, that's kind of the same fucking deal. So
I keep seeing online adverts for the new Durango casino that's opening.
Dude, I've been seeing ads, not for the casino itself,
For the jobs.
For jobs.
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing.
Like, if you're missing out, you don't want to work at Durango Casino.
Yeah.
But
they've got everything. All they're missing is you.
yeah, me. Hey, on topic of Vegas, how was that hurricane for you, Michael? How was your experience? Was that your first ever hurricane?
Probably.
Do you guys have hurricanes in...
We get like the weakest ones in the world. Like we don't get like hurricanes like like Kansas and all that do.
Yeah.
I mean it's as bad as any hurricane that I have lived through. I didn't think we saw it too bad in Vegas. Obviously there was a lot of rain. I managed to change my windshield wipers before the rain. Really lucky on the same day as it started pissing it down. I was driving and my window wipers before were pathetic. So
dude,
luckily,
it's so wild because I think the hurricane specifically towards Vegas. Like, what the fuck how is that even gonna work? First of all, but everyone was like almost scaring everyone.
They were buying sandbags. You live in the desert.
Dude, what fucking ocean, dude? It's not gonna be the you're not in a fucking Dwayne The Rock Johnson movie where San Andreas Fault is gonna split and there's fucking California's gonna crack off.
Also, Vegas, Lake Mead specifically, needs water.
Yeah, so
like I don't know why everybody was so worried.
Yeah,
about that. It's like, first off, you live in a desert. First off, if it's that bad in California, it's still 5 hours away in a car. Like that stuff isn't hitting Vegas.
Yeah.
And also, you live in a valley, so if you live around the center of it, which most people do, you're fine.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, I bought 100 sandbags.
But one thing I don't like about American news is the scare tactic. They'll always, because that's what gets the views. They know you're going to be glued on your TV when it's like Hurricane Hillary, what you should know now, or this is how this business is preparing for the hurricane. Like, bro, it's not going to be fucking bad. And you know what? It ended up turning out to be a nice day.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah, for Vegas, it was cool.
Yeah, it was
You
like a
could
cool,
be outside.
nice day. Like one of the only days it wasn't 120 out here. So
Yeah, there's a Sunny episode. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, called The Storm of the Century, where it's the same thing happens. They blow it up. The news is going crazy. Everybody's going to starve. It's all going to happen, and then at the end, it's a little bit of rain. It blows over.
yeah, dude. And I think news is the main reason why people are so stressed in the U.S. Because in Canada they don't really make it a big deal. But here it's like the whole scare tactic thing. They like make people like they like even you can. My mom watches the news religiously.
Yeah.
And she'll believe anything a newscaster says.
Well, I feel like American news, the ethos is very much entertain before inform and educate.
And that's so fucking bad.
Like, American news loves to get talking heads on it all the time. And I get correspondents, and I get people that have studied, like say you've studied, Middle Eastern history, and then you've got a correspondent in the Middle East talking about it. I get that. But I don't get why there are so many, like, political analysts on your news. How is that news?
Yeah.
And I even get that they might be trying to sort of translate political language for the mass, but that's not how it works. Someone goes on Fox News and just says a bunch of shite. They get a bunch of people that don't know what they're talking about. And then, you regardless of what it is, you come away and it's, trans people's fault. It's, it's the gay agenda.
Yeah, honestly, man.
And it's a really good thing, Fox News for Republicans and CNN for Democrats, because they tell them non-political issues that make it political. So, you're not voting for what those politicians are actually voting for. You're voting for what a bunch of people are saying. Obama! I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
But speaking of political news, Donny Trump.
Poor Donny.
Donny. Donald Trump.
So what did he actually get put in jail for? Do we know?
Being too hot. Wasn't it the documents?
I swear this one was about him, affecting the Georgia or trying to bribe the Georgia governor. I don't know. I fucking wrote. I googled Donald Trump convicted, even though he's not convicted yet.
Tracking the Trump.
Anyways, I mean, the main thing is the dude's got a mugshot. I think he's being held in
Georgia.
He's being held in prison? Is he actually in prison right now?
I don't know.
Damn, I mean...
I doubt it. He must just be in wherever he is. I wonder if they're going to transport him, though.
Yeah, and it's so funny because, like, they just had the GOP fucking thing and he wasn't there. There was, like, an empty podium.
Do you think... Well, he can't run anymore now, can he?
I don't know.
Sure, if you've been arrested, you can't.
Yeah, I think it's just you can't be convicted of like a felony or something.
I feel like this has been going on for so long, they'll find a conviction.
I mean, dude, he gets indicted on something, or not indicted, but like he gets,
indicted every week.
Yeah, like it's something every month, I think.
I saw a tweet that was saying that Donald Trump could have been like the funniest person of our generation, but instead he chose to like hate Mexicans. But it's true, like his fucking whole tweet about how Robert Pattinson shouldn't have given who's Bella? What's her name? What's the actress's name? Kristen Stewart. Kristen Stewart. How he shouldn't have given her a second chance because she cheated on him, or like she wasn't good enough for him. Like, that's comedy gold.
Yeah, that's so wild, man. Well, I mean, Donnie's in prison. Yeah, I mean,
don't drop the soap, Donald.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's in prison, but yeah, whatever. He got a mugshot. That's really the gratifying part of it, is that he's got a mugshot out there. And it's funny.
If you had to be cellmates with one celebrity, who would it be?
Shit. It'd have to be somebody funny.
Yeah.
Theo Vaughn.
I was going to say Danny DeVito for me. Imagine Theo Vaughn and Danny DeVito together.
Yeah, man.
That'd be funny.
Hey, but, there's good weather out now.
Do you think Donald Trump named Hurricane Hillary? After Hillary Clinton.
That whole thing. So before the whole Hurricane Hillary thing, when someone's like, Hillary's going to wash up on California, I'm like, is this like a whale joke? Are they making fun of her?
What was the huge hurricane that hit Florida like last year or the year before?
I don't keep track. I think it's like it had to be before H.
I just feel like Hillary's been used before. That's my only concern. I'm worried that we're running out of hurricane names.
Fuck. I at one point in my life I knew why they named him a certain way, but now I just don't really give a shit.
We could Google it and find out.
I'm not gonna Google it anymore.
You Googled Donald Trump, but you won't Google
Hillary.
Yeah. We know which side you're on.
But where I was going is, now that the hurricane's over, now that I feel like good weather is upon us, hey man, I think a festival season or whatever is remaining of festival season will be nice. There's little small festivals happening in Vegas, downtown. There's like a Hispanic reggaeton festival. Like 10 years of this company called Altura. They're celebrating their 10 years in Vegas. I think they just do events, like Spanish events. But they're doing a little festival out in downtown. They have their little event space. I'm like, wow, dude, Spanish music has really popped off.
Yeah.
In the last, I want to say 5-6 years. I want to give a shout out to, the main point is Bad Bunny. The main case is Bad Bunny. I feel
Daddy
like
Yankee?
No. That was back in 2005, bro.
Yeah, but you got
There's been a resurgence.
Music doesn't appear overnight. It has to sort of come naturally. And Daddy Yankee and
I still think that hey, hot take. Bad Bunny has impacted more people than Daddy Yankee and Don Omar have. And that's coming from somebody who grew up on Don Omar and Daddy Yankee.
Yeah, but this is also you're thinking in an American way. You got to remember, Daddy Yankee is much more global than Bad Bunny. I didn't know who Bad Bunny was before I moved to America.
I think Bad Bunny is still more global than what Daddy Yankee and Don Omar were.
If you don't live in the American continents, can you please get in touch and tell us who's more popular?
And I'm pretty sure it's
give
Bad
you
Bunny.
money to say it's mine.
I'm gonna be pretty certain
It
it's
might be
Bad
Bad Bunny now. I don't know.
Only because of if it's really big here, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be really big everywhere else.
But you're also in a continent that's dominated by Spanish language. You got to think, does that appeal so much to someone in Scotland?
I don't know. I just think that Bad Bunny has really just...
Yeah, no, he's
on everyone's playlist.
He's taken it to another level.
Because he features on artists here. Sorry, the dog interrupted us. Where were we?
Yeah, we don't know where we were. We were talking about Bad Bunny and how he's on everyone's playlist.
Yeah, so I want to say that I'll walk outside, ask my neighbor if they know Bad Bunny. I think that's very similar to how much of an impact he is. Because he's going to know who the fuck Bad Bunny is.
You're saying it's a household name.
It's a household name at this point.
He's also, he started act now, isn't he? He was in Bullet Train.
Well, he was doing wrestling before he was doing all that.
Really?
He was on the WWE for whatever fucking reason.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, shit.
And so, white or blue collar Americana knows who he is. He whoever is his manager, somebody knows how to market this guy, and I think that's why it's been so widespread, this whole craze. But I feel like Bad Bunny has also given the chance to every other small artist he works with, and it's now it's even more popular to listen to music in Spanish than ever, I think.
Yeah. Well, certainly as well. There's obviously second generation Americans are a big part of the population now, and a lot of people grew up speaking Spanish are now gonna have the option to listen to music in 2 different languages and understand it. Obviously, you can listen to music in a language you don't understand, but people have that option to understand it. And En Verano Sin Ti was huge.
That was a pretty fucking big album.
Yeah, and then that made everyone's playlist. But then from there, people like Peso Pluma, Kali Uche, Rosalia.
And it's funny because the person you just said, Peso Pluma, he's a different kind of genre entirely, but he's also doing kind of the same Bad Bunny route where he's it doesn't matter what genre the person wants him to be featured on. He's still gonna do it.
Yeah.
He's been on like reggaeton songs. He's been on like fucking like slow pace like pop songs. Like he's been on regular pop songs, fucking just singing. So it's like, bro, like the same amount of, I don't know, the momentum that Bad Bunny has. It's almost like Peso Pluma is also following in the same steps, bro. Because at this point, I'm surprised someone British knows who the fuck Peso Pluma is.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But again, that's because I live in America.
Yeah,
and know people that listen to him. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I think it's easy to think that Bad Bunny is huge,
Yeah,
but like Americans think Nirvana were a lot bigger than I think they were before Kurt Cobain shot himself.
I mean, honestly, it's gonna come from me that I didn't listen to much Nirvana. I probably listened to Smells Like Teen Spirit fucking
4 billion times.
like I didn't listen to that many times, to be honest. The first time I heard it was probably in like 2015.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not even lying to you.
Fair enough. That reminds me of people that would wear Nirvana shirts and not know who they were. But the thing that annoyed me is people that wore Ramones shirts and wouldn't know who they are.
Yeah.
almost 49 million monthly
Peso Pluma
listeners.
is 48 million monthly listeners.
That's crazy.
Let's see what Bad Bunny got. And this is on Spotify.
He's
by the
got
way,
to be
guys.
over 100.
81.
81. So not too far off.
So who else do you want to compare
Wait,
Bad
it's- no,
Bunny
it's
to?
almost
Who else can you compare Bad Bunny? Let's compare like a...
Well, I said Daddy Yankee. Again, I don't fully agree with that, but maybe. BTS only 34.
Yeah, BTS only 34. So already, Peso Pluma has more monthly listeners than BTS.
Who's put Ed Sheeran in. Let's have a. I feel like he would produce some numbers. 77,
So Bad Bunny's still bigger than Ed Sheeran.
which is for the better of humanity.
Let's see Taylor Swift. I don't
she's
think
gotta
they're
have,
beating
yeah,
Taylor Swift.
99. If I was Spotify, I'd make that 100.
Yeah.
There's no point in saying
so
99.
like 99, bro. 81 to 99, bro. For considering how long Taylor Swift has been in the game and Bad Bunny, that's pretty fucking big, dude.
What about Harry Styles? I don't think he's as big as Taylor Swift, but I also, again, I'm just trying to think of people that would put in views.
I'll
We
even
should
look
say
up
this is
Selena
only
Gomez.
on Spotify. We're looking at
60.
So yeah, he's not that much more
Here.
above Peso Pluma.
Selena Gomez has one of the biggest follower accounts on like
How?
Instagram.
49.
49. And
So
she
she's
doesn't-
only just beaten, but she's been out for years.
Yeah,
you know?
she's
she's
been
got
out
the
for
Disney
years.
Channel back in.
I don't think she's got that anymore.
Yeah, but she had it. Is what I'm saying to like blow her up.
Damn, but who else? Who's
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like
as
really
big? But think about it. Think about it. In the years that Bad Bunny's been making music, and he's been making music since I want to say like 2016.
Do like Metallica or one of those, or like Guns N' Roses, something that's been going for years. 24.
But listen,
Metallica has 24
This is also
million.
on Spotify. Like, this is not overall amount of listeners. I'm sure that overall a lot of people beat Bad Bunny, but it's just like,
I don't know. I think obviously like people have other streaming services, but I think Spotify is the most used streaming service. So it's it's not the full number, but it's the bigger picture.
And-
So he's second biggest out of the ones we looked
that's
at.
what I'm saying. It's just like, dude, the amount of impact he's had, and anytime he does a collab with anybody, an artist, it could be like even like acting. I'm sure wrestling was like, dude, you have a big following. Just come on just wrestle for a few. He was on like, I want to say he was like on at least 20 matches.
Jesus.
Like on, because he would always post it on his Instagram. But like Logan Paul fucking does wrestling.
Yeah.
And I think at one point Logan Paul wrestled Bad Bunny.
I saw Logan Paul said that he walked out of Oppenheimer. And people were clowning, saying that he thought there was going to be Subway Surfers
He
next to
should
it.
have walked out of that forest.
Baba Booey.
I'm keeping it in. I'm keeping it in.
He should have walked out of that forest. He also should have walked out of everybody's life.
Yeah.
With his little rug pulls.
Yeah, he's constant scamming, but we'll get into that.
This is off topic of the music, but I do want to just mention it while we're on the topic of Logan Paul. You see KSI is boxing Tommy Fury now.
He's gonna get his ass beat.
I just think all this YouTuber boxing, I get it's entertaining. I'm not going to clown anyone.
It pulls
for
in
listening
money,
to it.
apparently.
It pulls in a fucking ton of money. Just like, you guys get it's like not real. Like, they're not
They're not sanctioned.
Yeah, they're not put into an actual like league and system where they actually have to win. They can just write up a contract.
I think that's why they don't fight here, because it has to go through the Nevada State Commission.
Really? Well, I think if you want to watch real boxing, watch Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. But I mean, if you want to watch YouTube boxing, I get it. I do get it's interesting. But let's go back to music now that I've had my weird rant.
Where was I gonna go? I was gonna go on so the whole reason I brought up festivals, I don't know. It's like my main question.
The whole reason I brought up festivals, I don't know.
To Michael is, what do you think about festivals? Do you like festivals? Music festivals? Do you think, because the average is like 3 days.
Yeah.
Music festival. Do you think it's a hassle to go to a music festival? I think for the most part, if the set list or like the artist list is good enough, I'll go for all 3 days.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I just want to know what your opinions are on festivals, music festivals.
No, I think they're a great idea. I think, for the price that you can see certain artists, the selection you get and the amount of stages at a regular festival and then the amount of stages at huge festivals, it's worth the money. Like, I don't know what the price of Reading and Leeds is. That's like 3-day big festival, like Glastonbury. I don't know what the prices are, but like, you're paying a lot. But it's worth it because they always get big headliners and they always get like big people, supporting the headliners, and they have like 4 or 5 stages, if not more. They have like comedy stages and stuff. So it's just such a big collection of music and like art as a whole.
Yeah.
And you can just go wherever you want. Like, it's not like there's one stage where there's one person at one time and that's it. That's all you're getting. You can go to one stage, listen to, comedy. You can go to the next stage, listen to reggae. You can go to the next stage, listen to fucking emo music. Go to the next stage. Like, it's such a wide variety. And then you have genres of festivals. So like, Glastonbury's typically a rock and like pop festival. But then like, here in Vegas with EDC for all the like EDM music and stuff. And like Life is Beautiful is pretty diverse, but like you get a good mix. So you can, and like Download Festival in the UK is like very metal and hard rock. So you can either go to one that serves all kinds, or you can find one that's specific to you.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to pay a lot for a festival, but the price is so inclusive.
Do you prefer to go with like one person? Do you prefer to go in a group?
Socially, I always prefer to be in a group with people. It's just agree. Again, like,
completely agree.
Experiencing music, even if it's your 400th time listening to these people or whatever, it's always better with people.
But even if, hey, let's say your friend is like, nah, I'm not a festival person. I think you should, if you're still interested in that festival, if you're still interested in going, I don't think you shouldn't not go. Yeah. I think you should still go. I think you'll still have a good time because I think you'll meet people there.
And also, if you're really, really against the idea of a festival, they sell day tickets.
Yeah.
So you could just go for the day.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind. I'm not fussed whether it's a day or not. I just like We Are Young Festival in Vegas is really good. Or the lineup this year, 2023, looks really good for all my like teenage.
Dude, last year's got cancelled because of some wind.
You can't get fucking tickets for this year's. That's what pisses me off. I tried to sign up to the waiting list.
Yeah.
But if you get off the waiting list and they buy a ticket, they just charge you. You don't get like a warning. So I was like, that's like $400, $500.
Yeah. I honestly would wait probably the week before to get a ticket. I remember I bought my ticket for Coachella like off of StubHub, and I paid $100 over what they sold them for.
But then, again, you bought it a week before. It can go two ways. It can either be really cheap or it can be really expensive. $100 over isn't too bad. Again, especially for the week before and for Coachella. Do you think, though, Coachella is a real festival? I've heard people describe it as a content festival.
I mean, I've been to Coachella. I mean, like, it's a real festival.
Yeah,
I think that...
Do you think the focus is on music or the focus is on telling people you're at Coachella?
It's hard. That's hard to gauge, only because I think they do take their Coachella is a good example of it's one of the first festivals of the year, and if you see the Coachella lineup, for the most part, your outside lens, your life is beautiful, what the fuck is the one that happens in New York? Whatever. Coachella is kind of the basis of what every festival is going to look like. They kick off festival season. They're kind of the guide. Like, and because they kick off festival season, because it's one of the first festivals of the year, people are always inclined to be there and take photos. That's why so many influencers show up and shit. And I think just a lot of I feel like it's just one of the original like iconic festivals. So I think it's got a lot of that going against it, just because it was one of like the big first. People are like, a bunch of influencers go to that one, like because it's in California. A lot of celebrities live in California. I mean, it's in an awkward. I will say, Palm Springs is an awkward part of California because it's like windy as fuck. It's dusty, like, and it's hot, and then it's really cold. So it's like awkward. But I think it's cool. I think Coachella's well thought out. Golden Voice, the people behind it, they really think about every aspect of the festival, even if your main focus isn't the music. I think they have a lot of art installations that are pretty good. They have a lot of experiences that are really good, like you're meant to experience Coachella, and that's what they really do good at. So I think spending your money on a Coachella ticket is worth it. I think it is a real festival. Like, it's really about the music. I think because they've introduced, like, when I went to Coachella the first year, like, they introduced me to so much music. I did listen to a lot of the music beforehand, but I mean, it's just good. It's an overall good experience. I think if you haven't gone to Coachella, you should go to a Coachella, because I don't know, I feel like you'll remember that as like your staple festival, for me at least.
Have you seen the Twitter or X account, Reading and Leeds v Coachella?
No.
It will show photos of people at Coachella on like nice grass, enjoying themselves in like nice outfits, or like people at the stage dancing, and then it compares it to Reading Festival, where it's just a bunch of mud and somebody on kit.
So is Reading what you guys would compare Coachella to?
No, I'd compare Coachella to Glastonbury. Reading and Leeds is huge, and like, so Reading and Leeds are two different places. It's the same festival, but if you play the Sunday at Reading, you play the Friday at Leeds, and it's the same bands, but they just go on like a revolving thing. So you play two shows, and one's for the north, one's for the south. Yeah, we have a similar like pop punk one called Slam Dunk, where they have a north and south. It's a lot smaller, but so Reading and Leeds is huge. It's multi-genre. And then I would say Glastonbury is the big one. Like, if you get a headline spot at Glastonbury, like, it's huge. Like, Elton John headlined this year. Oh, shit. I think Taylor Swift has headlined maybe this year, maybe a few years ago. But, like, it's for the big people. Like, for the fucking... Like, you know, obviously small artists play there, but, like, if you headline it, you're a fucking big deal. And I would compare Coachella to Glastonbury. Because I think people all over the world come to Glastonbury.
A lot of the big comments you see on YouTube videos whenever you watch a live music like video, live song in Brazil or Lollapalooza, but they're just like, in the comments they're like, come to Brazil again, or come to Peru, come to South America, and
bring out the whole ocean,
but it's always like, and I know those are the most obnoxious fucking comments on YouTube. It's just constant bombardment of come to Brazil. But I think that Brazilians fucking love their music festivals. Like Lollapalooza happens there. I want to say EDC has a lick in fucking South America.
Well, you see Mexico. Those like things with world tours, like Bang going on world tour, and it'd be North America, Western Europe, 2 shows in Japan, and like 1 in Australia. Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, they don't stop at anywhere in South America. They don't stop in Africa. None of that shit. So
yeah, I don't know. It's crazy, yeah, because Lollapalooza obviously happens a lot in South America, but I feel like a lot of bands don't go there. Because the Kooks, which I don't think would be that big in South America, most of their comments, come to Peru, come to Chile.
Brazilians fucking love music. Just South Americans in general are just like really big on just new music, and just even popular music too, man. Like,
well, there's the AC/DC concert. I think they're in Argentina, where the crowd is like 100,000 plus, going fucking mental.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna burp. Fucking hell.
Bro can't even burp. But yeah, dude, a lot of those fucking videos where you see like their best show or like the biggest crowd, like the crowd really being into the concert, bro, they're in South America all the fucking time. Like System of a Down's got some fucking good ass shows.
I feel like
live in
hard
South
rock
America.
is really big in South America.
Dude.
That sort of style.
Like, bro, when Linkin Park did live fucking tours, bro, big in fucking South
Limp Bizkit?
America. I bet you Limp Bizkit will pull fucking thousands of people in their crowd, bro.
Damn, man, we need to start a hardcore band and just market to
just be Brazilian. Yeah, I mean, a small tangent on the whole Brazil. Going back to like how we were talking about fucking music in Spanish, Brazilian like EDM kind of like. You remember when Paqueta was at the fucking World Cup and he was dancing?
Yeah.
Doing his little dance, and they would put like music in the background and put it on TikTok.
I remember Richarlison did his chicken dance.
Yeah, so dude, that kind of music, that same music you saw Brazilians dancing to at the World Cup, bro, is on the rise as well. Like that shit is popular. It's on every like little TikTok I see. Like somebody's dancing to something in Portuguese. Shit's wild, man, and that shit's catchy. It's like EDM, and just like someone from Brazil's like. I don't even want to mimic the language, but it's fucking good, man. I don't even know what the genre's called, but it's good.
Do you know what is a really big music genre, and is really big in England as well, is like Afro-Caribbean music? Because every year they have Notting Hill Carnival, and that's huge. Notting Hill Carnival is such a good atmosphere. Like it's not like a music festival. It's you just turn up in Notting Hill in London. And you walk about the whole day, and there's like a billion street vendors. There's music all around. Like it's just huge, and it's all sort of like Afro-Caribbean style. It's just fantastic. Like I've been multiple times, and every time I'm just like, I can't believe this is free on the streets, but it's like a proper street carnival. So good.
I've never heard of it. I'll have to give it a listen.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose not a lot of Americans would have heard of something like Notting Hill Carnival, but yeah, if you're ever in London in August. It usually happens around the bank holiday, which is like last week of August. So it'll probably be happening this weekend, coming in the UK, or next weekend.
Oh, gotcha.
Great.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of Europe, we're drinking acai today. And you're probably wondering, Derrian, you fucking idiot. That's got to be a Japanese beer. I swear to God.
It says the flavor of Karakuchi.
It literally says acai is a product of Italy. But it's got a bunch of Japanese writing on it.
Well, hold on. The back says Asahi Super Dry is brewed to the authentic Japanese recipe to deliver its dry, crisp taste.
But it's a product of Italy.
I know, but it's a Japanese beer.
But a product of Italy. So technically it's Italian.
According to the Surgeon General, women should not drink alcoholic beverages during pregnancy because of the risk of birth defects.
But yeah, acai, super dry.
Hey, number 2 on here, though, says consumption of alcoholic beverages increases your ability to drive a car or operate machinery.
I think that's cap.
You think it's cap? 65 cap. That was our friend who owns an 85 inch TV telling someone to get no more than 65.
65 cap.
I'd say 65 cap.
But yeah, what? Hey, did we ask you what your favorite music festivals are? Just list them. Send us a DM.
Do you even like festivals?
Yeah, do you even like live music?
Because sometimes, though, when we go to a gig, sometimes I am like, I'm going to be in my own bed tonight, and like, I also didn't have to turn up, in the morning or whatever. Which is, festivals are still great, but sometimes it is nice just to go to a gig.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Hear a few bands.
Sometimes it's just the walking that gets to you at a festival because, your favorite, this band is going to be at this stage, but at the same time or towards the end of that band's set list, this band's showing up across the fucking city. So it's like, you got to keep up with that shit. If you really want to have if you really want to experience all the bands you went to that festival for. But yeah, I think we've covered
festivals. That's it.
That's it.
We'll never
no
speak
more
about them again.
But
I don't know. We went to Life is Beautiful last year. Went to Life is Beautiful last year for one day.
One day. Yeah.
And it was a good day. It was, it was basically the evening though, because the bands didn't start till like 5. Or like 2 or something.
The good bands, but the ones we listened to at least didn't start till like 5 or 6.
Yeah, so I don't know. Life is Beautiful EDC. That's the sort of festivals that come Vegas way.
There's like
obviously when we were young now.
There's when we were young. Day in Vegas happens. It's like a rap festival.
The iHeart Music Festival.
I wouldn't even consider that a festival, dude. It's like literally you can see the band playing, and then next to them is a timer.
Oh yeah, no, that's where
like 8 minutes or 10 minutes.
Billy Joe Armstrong had his meltdown.
Yeah, dude.
But I get it because I'm pretty sure they had like 2 minutes left of Basket Case, and they had like 1 minute to go.
Yeah, I'd like to see Green Day live.
I'd see Green Day live. They're still going. 50 years old, I think.
Hey, man,
it's crazy. It is crazy how like loads of bands from when we were young, when you think of them as like 25 to 30, and then when you see them, they're 45 to 50
dude.
now.
That's wild.
Like Blink-182, like as much as I love them, they're like 45 to 50-year-olds singing about problems they had when they were like teenagers.
I want to say part of you doesn't really think that those people will ever age.
Yeah, that's like you see, like especially like if you see videos from around like turn of the millennium, like 1999 to 2003 or something, and then you see them now, you're just like where did that time go?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, seeing artists age, it's not always good. But I mean, like fucking Guns N' Roses is still kicking about,
which is fucking ridiculous. Aerosmith is still fucking doing shows.
I'm pretty sure AC/DC were. I don't know about. I think it's Brian's voice anymore. I don't know.
They probably still are. I'm not even gonna fucking lie to you.
I'm pretty sure Metallica. Oh, James Hetfield at least is still doing something. AC/DC.
Nice thing about Spotify, it tells you where their next show is. Actually, they don't have anything on here. Oh, never mind. They are at Coachella. Oh no, never mind. This is not Coachella. This
Empire Polo Club in India.
No, Indio. That's Indio, California. That's Oh, this is by Power Trip is by the. Oh no, this is I say Guns N' Roses. Power Trip is a festival by the same people of Coachella. It's just heavy metal and rock.
Oh.
But it's funny because it's Empire Polo Club is literally the same grounds that they do Coachella in.
Oh.
Let's see this set list. This festival list: Guns N' Roses, Iron Maiden, AC/DC, Metallica, Tool.
That is pretty fucking stacked.
Yeah, that is a stacked and I'm sure there's more. Those are just the headliners.
Yeah. No, it looks like that's it.
No, that's got that. There's got to be more. There's no way.
Go to lineup. Like it says lineup there.
Where?
At the top in the Google options. Yeah. No, that's it.
Ozzy Osbourne was scheduled to perform, but canceled 3 minutes prior to the event due to ongoing health issues.
Damn.
Huh.
Still, those 6 bands.
Hey, man, stacked.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, though, they have enough of a catalog to do like 4-hour shows.
Yeah.
So it's like...
yeah, most of these have been going since the 70s, 80s, so they're probably fine.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Man. That's funny how we somehow ended up on that.
Yeah. Power Trip with fucking bands from the 80s. But, well, like we were speaking earlier about the sort of rise of Hispanic music, I do think, cultural music is like prominent. Like I know that a lot of people would say maybe not like so much in like America and that, but obviously like American music can be very American. Like, I think the Backstreet Boys, as much as they are sort of loved around the world, like American, like they think of American pop, like Britney Spears, all that at the turn of the century. But a big one in England was Britpop, and I'm pretty sure you've probably heard of Oasis and
yeah.
Blur. They were like the 2 main Britpop bands that were going around in the 90s, and it was like a very 1990s movement. Like, I think I could argue that it sort of started in the 80s, but like the majority of Britpop was in the 90s. But that was like very working class, very sort of from like Britain's rock roots of like the Who, the Kinks, and all that, and like with obviously for the 90s a more modern. So many bands that come out of that. We might be having some technical issues with the falling mic stand.
I had a feeling that was going to happen, so I was like, I'm preparing for the worst.
It was like slowly tipping, which is why I also kept being like, because I was just expecting it to smash at any point.
Oh, shit.
We'll continue and sort that out later. But yeah, anyway, Britpop, going back to that, that was like a big working class musical movement of the 90s, and I think it was, it's called Britpop, it was very much in Britain and Britain alone. I mean, like, obviously bands like Oasis, everybody's heard the song Wonderwall, and people know Blur and everything, but I think for the most part, a lot of the like Britpop bands are very unknown and very, not stuck on the island, but just never broke America. Because I think a lot of British artists, if you can break America, you can sort of get into a bigger mainstream than if you just do England. Derrian is still having some trouble with his mic. He should be back in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Not back yet, but I'm back now.
He's back.
To follow up, yeah, I agree, Michael. The fucking mic stand just fell on me, but you know what?
He's gushing blood from the head.
We
but he's carrying on.
We do it live.
Yeah,
we do it live.
His desk is broken.
Desk isn't broken. It's a little chipped.
Okay. But yeah, obviously, cultural music is everywhere. I feel like I should have more to say than cultural music is everywhere. Yeah. But I think we sort of covered the rise of Hispanic music and sort of Bad Bunny being the forefront for like the modern, movement, how well it exploded, whoever's marketing him and how to get that. And, a lot of second generation Americans and, even first generations, like, power in that because it gives you an insight, even though he's, Puerto Rican, having music that in another language that you speak, and especially like a lot of people, even if it's not native, it's spoken at home.
Yeah.
Like it's, it's powerful. And for Britpop as well, working class people having working class issues sung at them. It's, you see people that look like you and you see people that act like you, representation as angry white people scream at Ariel. It is important. And
yeah,
they're just two movements, but there's obviously a billion others.
It always makes you feel a little special when, hey, that person's from my hometown, or that person that they've probably been in the same bar as I have, or they've had the same experience that I've had. Yeah. They've gone to fucking school like I've gone to school.
They love going to the pub.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like there's something very, I don't know, human about that.
Yeah, it's not necessarily like, even if you're not seeing it as representation of yourself, you're seeing it as like identifying with someone. Yeah. And, a lot of, like Dave Grohl always says, like, don't say, oh, I can't be that, say I will be that. Like, if you can see someone that looks like you, or acts like you, or is from the same place as you, doing something, you can think, oh yeah, why the fuck can't I?
Yeah, man.
But, speaking of Britpop, do we want to introduce our homework for the next episode?
All right. So, we're solidifying ourselves in how we feel about podcasting, what we want to do. And the last 3 podcasts have really been kind of like a test of how we can kind of, back and forth. I mean, we can back and forth without the fucking mics, but it's a whole different ballgame when you're talking to somebody else.
Yeah, when you're recording, you're being recorded.
Yeah, and somebody's hearing when, you're not really talking.
Yeah. Doing the thinking with your words.
Yeah, exactly. So we're kind of just getting into how we want to,
we're wetting our whistle, and we're, as annoying as it sounds, we're finding our sound,
Our voice.
our voice. Yeah.
So I've come up with a format of every podcast. At the end of each podcast, Michael will introduce a band to me, give me their top 3 songs, or 3 songs of his choosing. And I've suggested 3 of those songs. Like out of those 3 songs, it's got to consist of like their most popular song, a song he likes, and then the song that got him into that band or artist, or it could be his favorite song, and we're just gonna kind of give a synopsis in the next episode on how I received that music, what I liked about him, maybe I didn't. We could all have opinions.
And if you thought, I think a good thing as well, if we're picking their most popular songs, is do you understand why it's their most popular song versus the other couple that you listen to? Yeah.
And since Michael introduced me to that band, he's going to come out with some, little facts about the band, a small little bio, let's say, about the band. And we're just going to talk about their music. And that'll just kind of be every podcast. So just expect us to talk about a lot more music. And the reason we'll bring it up at the end of the podcast is because we want you to also listen to this. Yeah. These bands, these songs that we introduced to you. Because we want you to be a part of it. The Third Friend podcast. How are we going to not include our third friend?
Yeah.
So,
and also, again, as much as we love discovering new music, we hope you feel the same, so that you're like, oh shit, yeah, I'll go and listen to them.
Yeah. And if you don't want to put a comment on the YouTube video, if you don't want to say anything, you can just show us a little DM, a little DM, a little quiet DM.
Direct message.
And then,
and further from that, like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to try and introduce new music to us, to each other, and to you. We're also, once gig season comes, which Darren tells me is October in Vegas, we're going to go out and we're going to see bands, and we're going to, talk about them, and hopefully get some developments, maybe a few interviews.
Hey, if anyone listening to this knows about any bands playing in Vegas, hey, let us know. We'll buy some tickets. We'll go see them live. Talk about it on the podcast.
Might even get some merch to really support them.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you want me to go first, or are you going first?
Yeah, you can go first. Give me your band, and then give me your 3 songs.
Okay. So the band I picked is coming from the Britpop, because I thought that's the easiest route to go with bands you might not know. So the band is Pulp.
Pulp. P-U-L-P.
P-U-L-P.
Okay.
They've got about 2.5 million monthly listeners, so not big, but they're huge in England. Like, household name in England.
Okay.
Big Britpop movement in the 90s. So their most popular song, and I would argue their best, is Common People.
Common People.
Yeah. And, just quick thing, it's about how rich people look down on common people. So again, very working class thing. The song that got me into them was Disco 2000.
Disco 2000.
2000. I just remember the first time hearing that when I was a kid, just being like, wow, this is fun. This song is fun. And another song I think you should listen to, which is from a different album. It's from an album before their big one. Their big one was called Different Class. It's from the album before. It's Do You Remember the First Time? I think it's a little bit different.
Do you remember the first time?
Yeah, but I think you'll get it. Not as it's hard to get, but you'll understand that I picked it because it's different, and you'll see that it's different to their other 2.
Gotcha. All right. I'll give you my band, I guess.
Okay, let me just make sure I'm writing this.
So last week, we were talking about Australians.
Mm-hmm.
And I uttered a name, and you're like, Grogans. I don't know who those people are.
I think I've heard one song in your car, maybe once.
So I was like, you know what? Who better to introduce you to the Grogans than me?
If I type in Grogans to my phone, it autocorrects as Frog and.
So Grogans with 491,347 monthly listeners, generally small. They also have a small following on YouTube. Guys, if you guys listen to music, if you guys listen to their music specifically and just start getting into this after this podcast, give them a follow on fucking YouTube. They have like 7,000 subscribers. I'm like, no, what? They make good music, All right, so I'm going to read you their Spotify bio.
Oh, okay. You're one of those people.
Yeah. So, genre fluid outfit, the Grogans are one of Australia's hardest working young bands. Forming in 2018, whilst in high school, the Melbourne trio haven't stopped since releasing EPs, Cacti, Twangs and Cans, Grogan Grove, and 3 albums in Just What You Want, Day to Day, and most recently, Which Way Is Out.
3 albums in 5 years.
Yeah, man. Each release has seen the genre-hopping trio showcase their musical ability, touching the blues, surf, and garage rock, as well as maneuvers into punk and psych. So I think that's a good encapsulating, what the band is about. But yeah, essentially 3 guys fucking in a band from Australia. These are the 3 songs that I want you to listen to.
Okay.
Their most popular song is Black.
Okay. Black. I'm writing this down. I'm trying to do it with one hand. It's going atrociously.
A song that I like in general is Washed Out. You've probably heard this while I was driving or some shit. And honestly, I wanted to give you 3 songs, but I can give you 5.
I'll take the 3.
I Cannot Read Your Mind is
the song, or are you telling me you can't?
My favorite song.
Okay, I can't read your mind.
Yeah, the Grogans, once again, Black, Washed Out, I Cannot Read Your Mind.
So English pulp and Australian Grogans.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
So I'll be expecting, something. What your thoughts? I've been expecting your thoughts. Hey, in the comments, let us know if you end up listening to these bands. If you have anything you want us to listen to, we'll check them out. If I see a comment show up, I'm quick on the YouTube. I'll see it. But hey, I'll give it a listen. I'll probably mention it in the podcast. But yeah, that's gonna kind of be the way that we handle the podcast from now on. We'll start with our fucking bullshit for the first 10 minutes and then just go into music.
Yeah, because we can definitely bullshit for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys like the direction we're going.
If you don't, tell us to fuck off in the comments.
Yeah, or you know what? Just politely turn off the Spotify. Or YouTube.
Nah, keep listening to us. We need the views.
Yeah, you can just mute it and just go on about your day.
Yeah,
keep it on repeat. But yeah, that's it for the podcast.
That's it for today.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Well, thanks for being our 3rd friend.
Thank you for being our 3rd friend.
Love you.
And we say bye-bye. We all want a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, but which one could turn you into Squirtle? Move your tongue into a circle, the right spot is universal. Don't bite or you'll get rather verbal, not to mention Donatello Purple.